Iowa Live.
Welcome to Iowa Live, everybody. It is day one at the Iowa State Fair, and in the pole position for Iowa Live is this guy, Taylor Parker from Concept by Iowa Hearing, in a very familiar location here at the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah, same location we've been at for the last few years, right inside the West Grand entrance. If you see Cookies Barbecue, just go down 2 spots. You'll see the Big Blue Bus right behind us. And whose Big Blue Bus was this?
This was Richard Petty's Big Blue Bus.
Yes.
Seriously, his coach that he traveled around the country with, and you guys acquired it.
It was his last one, yep.
Right.
So the last one he used in between races, and we've got it now. Full audiological clinic in here. But for the fair, we do free hearing screenings every single day. Takes about 10 minutes, so stop in. Or you can stop in and register for a free pair of hearing devices. We're giving away 1 pair of hearing devices every single day. And what's different this year than any other years we've been doing the giveaway. So normally what we do is we give away our S technology. It goes simple, moderate, and complex.
Okay.
Normally we give away 11 pair of the S series. This year we're giving away 11 pair of the C series.
Really?
Almost $90,000 in hearing
gosh.
devices we're giving away.
Really?
So big deal this year. One of the, every day, 1 pair of C technology. All you have to do to register, you can stop by the Big Blue Bus, get your hearing screened. The Varied Industries building, we're on the west entrance. Right when you walk in there, you can't miss us. Huge booth, 10 by 20. Or you can go to iowahearing.com as well, register. You just, on the website, it'll say, State Fair giveaway. You click that little form you fill out. You just fill that out, submit it. That'll get you in the registration. 1 pair every single day at the fair.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen is you're going to register people all day long today.
Yes.
So it'll be a full day of registration, and then you're going to give them away, and how are people going to find out who wins?
Yeah, so every night on Simon Conway's show on WHO, I will go on there at about 5:06 every night, and I will announce the winner from the previous day.
It's 10:40 a.m.
Yep.
Okay?
So I'll announce every night the winner from the previous day. So you've got the full day to register. It's not like we cut it off at 5. The Varied Industries building closes at 8. So you've got all that time. And if you do it online, we'll take it until the following day, and then that morning will start new for the next day. And then on Monday, I'll announce Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So his show's only during the week, Monday through Friday.
Right.
So I announce the previous day, the next day at around 5:06, 5:07.
Okay, that is really cool. And when you're coming to the fair, you're saying, I'm coming to the fair, I'm going to have a good time. Why is it important, if you've been meaning to get your hearing checked, to come by and visit you?
It's good. It's it's a good environment. We call it just a non-threatening environment for people to really talk to us about what hearing loss is. You look at our board of why should I have my hearing screen? You take Viagra if you have type 1, type 2 diabetes, all the different health factors that come into play. But it just allows you to have this conversation with us. We've got some, great state fair incentives to schedule your free hearing, your full evaluation in the clinic, and it helps offset some of the cost of hearing devices. We've got some state fair goodies involved in that. But it's good just to have those conversations about what's going on.
So what will the screening here be able to tell somebody?
It's just going to give us, it's just a quick tone screening. So it just lets us know, should we have you come into the clinic to get a full evaluation, or you're within that range, you're good. We might schedule you again in another year.
Okay.
But it gives us a good baseline to know, okay, maybe you should come in for a full evaluation. If not, we'll put you down the line for maybe a year or 2 years, depending upon where it falls.
So how many times has your spouse said, you need to get your hearing checked? Look, this is perfect, isn't it?
Usually what we'll see is, as people walk by, the wife will nudge, or she'll point him to hey, let's go in here and you need to get your hearing screened. So all day long, it's just someone's leading the other person to us to, just that gentle nudge.
Yeah, and something else that's going to be happening here over the next 11 days, people are going to be walking around a lot.
Yeah.
And you told us earlier about the correlation between hearing loss and falls. And
Yes.
This is something that's really important, especially when you're coming out to the fair. Think about this.
Yeah, so even a moderate hearing loss triples your risk of falling, and every 10 decibels of hearing loss it worsens, it increases that risk by 140%. So this is a big deal.
You're right.
And when you if you've ever been anywhere and watched someone that maybe when they're getting up, they're a little slower, like they're thinking, like they're processing getting up, or when they get up, they have to balance themselves,
Stabilize themselves.
and that's because so when you have an untreated hearing loss, the 2 areas that your brain pulls from to help focus on hearing is the cognitive part we've talked about many times. The second area is balance and gait. So those 2 areas are the areas that get pulled from. They get robbed. So that balance and gait, you have to start thinking about it. You know, when we're done here, we're just going to walk away.
Right.
We don't think about it. We just, all right, I got to go from here to here. Some people actually have to process that and think about, okay, how am I going to do this? And because they know they just don't have that balance. When you watch them walk, they just don't have that they're not
Right.
sturdy. And that's part of ongoing issues that happen with an untreated hearing loss. So it's really, really important that, you know, you understand how the body is connected and it works to make sure that, you know, is it a hearing loss or is it something else? But, you know, getting that free screening can help rule out, is it hearing?
Okay, free screening, big blue bus when you're coming
Yes.
to the Iowa State Fair or inside the Varied Industry Building to get information as well. Great job as
Hey,
always.
always good to see
All
you.
right,
Appreciate
we're
it.
going to head to the Varied Industries Building next on Iowa Live.